What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ.
And Mike, and the CIF Track Championship video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your team's next event.
CIF Southern Section Track and Field Championships at El Camino College on Saturday. It's chock full of storylines for the 5.62.
These are the divisional finals with 4 divisions, each race crowning a championship. Next week, if you get there, it's Masters, which is the qualifying for state.
Pop-up tent block party, aka Athletes Village, here on the other side of the track. And as always, here, 4x1 kicking us off. Long Beach Poly getting a start on the right foot.
They've got high hopes for this relay. It's going to go Kashaya Peters to Jalen Pretium to Kenya Payne to Ariana Augustine. And Augustine takes it in 4th. She rockets to first place. The LSU signee is going to anchor a championship run for the Jackrabbits in a time of 47:10.
Yeah, get chewed. The Long Beach Poly boys, 4x1, also putting on a show.
That's Kewan Markham, Anthony Johnson, Kenyon Reed, and Ashton Brown. They are going to surprise some people by finishing 2nd in 41:62.
In Division 4, the St. Anthony team of Bell, Sharp, Lee, and Asia Atkinson finished 5th, but it was just the beginning of Atkinson's really big day.
She's a freshman, but she was running like a veteran. She was the top qualifier in the 100-meter hurdles, and she goes on to win the CIF championship in 14:34.
Absolutely dusted the field in that one. Then later in the day, she's back on the track for the 300-meter hurdles. She gets past early, but like Jules Winfield, "Oh, you were finished," will allow me to retort. She comes back and chews the whole field up, Mike. Takes the title, 44 seconds. She's the first CIF individual champion for St. Anthony since '96. She's the first girl CIF individual champion since 1990.
They thought it was Laurel, it was Yanni all the time. Atkinson with the championship, big time. We go back to Ariana Augustine, aka the Big Ticket, the defending state champion in the 100 and 200, and she looked at today running into a strong headwind. She is going to take a CIF championship gold medal in the 100 Division 1 race with a time of 11:75.
Yeah, unfazed by that wind. And then, aka, you said, the Big Ticket, back again, people on their feet for this one, because the 200 meter is where the women are separated from the girls.
Absolutely, and she is really tough to run down in this. She's going to win another CIF championship for herself. That's 3 gold medals on the day for Augustine. She's going to take this one in 23:91. Got her eyes on history at the CIF state meet. First, she's got to do well at Masters next week.
So we go to the story of Rachel Glenn. You can see her on the right side of the screen prepping her game plan with her coaches after high jump warm-ups, because she's got to get on the track and run the 400 meter.
It was a very busy day for the sophomore Rachel Glenn, for sure. She's going to run the 400 with her fellow Moore League athlete Alexis Anderson from Lakewood. They took 6th and 7th. Then she's got to take off the PF Flyers and strap on the moon shoes for the high jump. She is California's best in this event. She clears 5.7 with no misses to win a CIF championship.
And I'm spent.
Hey, me too, and all I had to do was sit here and watch her, for sure.
Let's throw it over to the throwers. Milliken's Noah Holm finishes 5th in the shot put at 53:10.
Holm is a Masters alternate. Elena English from Milliken took 9th in the discus. Lakewood's Cherish Washington took 7th in that event, and then Crystal Fasili from Poly finished 8th in the shot put.
Back to the track, aka bet on the field, for Jordan's Elena Cheney.
J-Town long jumpers. Cheney qualified 9th in this event, but finished 3rd with a jump of 18.2 1/4. Milliken high jumper Alan Tabalish finished 6th, but Cheney's going to Masters.
Long Beach Poly's Jack Raymond out there for the big old 1600 meters.
Boy, I gotta tell you, when you get to these elite races, it is really tough, and he did a great job. Eric Pye in the 110 hurdles finishes 7th.
And then Wilson's Stephen Camacho and Andrew Richards out there running the 400 meter. Camacho 8th, Richards 9th. Their 4x4 relay team gonna run a little bit later in the day.
Pair of Poly track rabbits in the 100 meter. Kenyon Reed finishes 7th, and Kewan Markham, the big time football recruit, 2nd with a time of 10:71. Very bright fall ahead for these guys. Mr. Reed running in the 200 meter as well. He finished 4th and just missed a chance at Masters. Nice time of 22:13, but did miss that mark. Junior Kenya Payne, the bloodline, younger sister of LSU and Poly All-American Kimber Payne. She has got a strong finish as always here in the 300 hurdles. She's going to take 4th in 42.8, and she's going to Masters too. How about Riley Williams in the D1 300 meter hurdles from Milliken? He's going to finish 3rd at 38 point, and he's going to Masters. Big time run for him to get his school into that, and as the results are starting to come in, the results are coming into focus. The mass of humanity takes the infield in preparation for the 4x4.
Relay teams, well qualified to represent the LBC. We've got Long Beach Poly and Wilson in both the boys and the girls.
For Poly and the girls, it's Peters, Payne to Augustine to Haddad. For Wilson, Ferguson to Nettles to Glenn to Griffith. The Jackrabbits take 4th. They're going to Masters. Wilson in 7th. And then we go to the boys. Boy, what a wild race to finish this one up.
The boys 4x4, Wilson, Camacho, Richards, Weimer, and Bennett. Boys, Hall, Stewart, Chester, and Reed. It looked like it was a Long Beach party, and then the baton hit the floor.
It was 1-2 at the midway point. The Jackrabbits baton drop is going to slide them back into 9th, and Wilson, who is the state's best in this event this year, gets caught down the stretch, but they do finish with a great time of 3:15.68. The Jackrabbit girls, the runner-up in Division I to Great Oak. They won this championship 9 of the last 11 years, but they've already got their eyes on state, where they got a very good shot to win the state championship this year.
So many track storylines, like we said here in the 562, and you can follow all of that news at the562.org, and make sure you hit that subscribe button to help support local sports coverage.